there in the sixth before Olynyk's double, Gray hit the fielder's choice. Tell me about Carson's slide at second base. I mean, it looked like that was pretty significant to help break up the double play.
Yeah, I think so. One of the reasons we went with Carson, he might have been the fastest guy on the bench. You know, backup catcher and really can run. And I think you're right. It put a little pressure on him having a fast guy in there because it was kind of a tough turn. It was a ball in the sixth hole, and where he really couldn't clear himself. And the legal slide is that you slide straight into the base, and Carson did that. He did everything legal, but the biggest part of it was being able to get there so quickly.
Mike, you guys obviously in the jam there in the eighth, and Dallas coming in and bails you guys out.
Just said it on the radio. It's an amazing game, baseball, and those that really appreciate it, look at games like this where when we're going out there in the eighth, pretty comfortable. We scored an insurance run. It's 8-6, and we got a pop up to left field. Two guys collide. And next thing you know, like in 30 seconds, you got the winning run at first base and bases loaded, no outs, and bring Dallas in. And I don't know if I've ever seen a more dominant performance. I don't know if there can be. With the situation, the talented team that he's facing, and to strike out 5 out of 6 right there in the middle of their lineup, just terrific.
And that slider was pretty confident for him. Something last year, it didn't look like he was anywhere near ready for that.
And that's, I think his command certainly is better. The stuff's always been there, but it's been that command to be able to pitch in good counts. And today he actually threw fastballs on both sides of the plate. He threw some fastballs, and it's coming in there. It's mid-90s, and he's able to pitch some inside fastballs and some changeups. And so today, if you look up at his chart at the end, I think he threw like 3 plus changeups. There's not a lot of guys throwing that hard, doing that, and mixing in a slider as well.
What'd you say about Brady Feigl?
Yeah, just a tough one for him. As I said, the first inning just didn't necessarily go right, and that kind of put some pressure on him. I think it took a little gas out of his tank. But you look, they're a really good team, and they're really good offensively, and they were able to look like he was kind of in control there, and then all of a sudden they have some good at bats in the sixth, and we get him out, and we just not able to get out of the inning unscathed. But I thought he pitched pretty well today.
These are 3 close games. Did you feel like your bullpen was ultimately the difference?
Say that again.
So these are 3 close games. Do you feel like your bullpen was ultimately the difference in this series?
I don't know if it was ultimately the difference, but we pitched well out of the bullpen, and that wasn't unexpected. We knew with Stokes and Woolfolk and Green and Pagnazzi and the returners, those are the guys that were in the bullpen last year, but also Rollison, Holston, Etheridge was warming up there at the end, and those freshmen could have got in. So we felt comfortable going in about the bullpen.
Coach, how big of a weekend was this for you guys to get the season started off on the right note?
Well, certainly it's they're all good when you win them, and but proud. So much has been said about the young team. Not many older guys, but I thought everybody played well. It's one weekend with 13 left to go in the regular season, but I'm proud of the way we handled a lot of things. We made some mistakes, and we did some things that certainly we need to correct. But for the most part, against a really good East Carolina team, I thought our guys handled the pressure well.
We all talk about Cooper, but Nick gets the ball against the net, and then he, on the mislocation with Dallas, had to really go across the plate to snag a 94, 95
a couple pitches like that. And as sharp as Dallas was, there was a couple pitches there. You're right that I thought tough, really tough, and not just the fastball. There's a couple breaking balls in the dirt, and even the last one, slider in the dirt with the shadows. He was great behind the plate.
I know your freshmen believe in themselves and have a lot of confidence, but what does it mean for them to come out and have a weekend like this, so many contribute and sweep a quality opponent?
And I think that's what the weekend was about. You didn't know what you were going to get. You hoped that you would get what you got in practice. You hoped that you would get a Gray Kessinger and a Thomas Dillard and a Cooper Johnson and others that play like they played the last 6 months on campus. And but you don't always get that, especially with the pressure and 33,000 people over the weekend, which is unbelievable. And even though they're your fans, it adds to the pressure. And I thought our guys handled it really well.
Do you feel like your bullpen do you have more versatility even than last year, just adding the 3 freshman arms to what was already pretty deep? Because, you returned most of it.
Those are tough questions after 3 games. We'll wait a few months on that one.